Everybody, we're going live. Apparently, we're live. Apparently, we're live. Yeah, please tilt so we can see you and not just me. Cool. And still not see the disaster of a house behind me.
No, it's all behind me.
Cool. Okay, alrighty.
Look at all the colors I am right now.
Do you know that I just realized that we started recording this and we're
not
missing
even plugged
like
in.
a key aspect because it's upstairs charging?
Bonus
Like
thing.
that for a second.
Hey guys, welcome back after our weird long break that we had. Unexpected, but probably needed considering what balls of stress we became. I'll take this opportunity to remind you all that if you are having a day where your mental health needs you to just slow down and be cool, hey, slow down and be cool, because sometimes that's super important. And so that's what we did, and so we thank you guys for your patience. As we still try to set up our entire lives again.
Our lives are a little bit, listen, lives are chaos.
Everything is chaos. What's the line? Everything is chaos. Be kind.
Sure.
That sounds
like a line.
From Michelle McNamara,
Ooh.
the woman who wrote "I'll Be Gone in the Dark."
Hold up.
Which
I'm now
was
missing the converter cord.
The search for the Golden State Killer. I'm gonna just keep talking then to the video people.
Yeah.
The woman who's passed away. She was married to Patton Oswalt. Some of you might know her that way, but she took it upon herself to investigate the Golden State Killer, and then befriended an actual investigator. And with all the work they did, they ended up finding him.
I found it.
Plus, after he passed away, but one of her phrases that she would say all the time was, "Everything is chaos. Be kind."
I remember
lives are chaos.
They found the Golden State Killer.
Yep.
We were like, the entire, especially I want to say my favorite Murderinos group was like,
what? Yeah, this is happening.
Okay.
Right, we're back. We're ready, and we can get the show.
I apologize for my unpreparedness.
It happens.
Welcome to the chaos that is Nixie.
Got it. Are we rolling?
We haven't hit record technically yet.
Okay.
179.
179. Yes.
Okay. Welcome to episode 179 of There's No Place Like Terra, a Stargate First Watch Rewatch podcast. I am Nixie.
And I'm Grace, and today we are going over SG1, Season 8, Episode 14, Full Alert, a.k.a. the Goldie Missile Crisis. Or, it's what's on the inside that counts.
I like the Goldie and Missile Crisis.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because I could not think of anything that wasn't insert current news cycle here.
I was trying to stay away.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't think of anything that wasn't.
Good times.
That. So yeah. We
the Goldie and Missile Crisis.
I like the Goldie. Kaylee
does not like the Goldie and Missile Crisis.
I mean,
Kaylee's not a fan of Missile Crisis.
She's not. Kaylee, we just started recording. She's had a full week as well. We've all had full weeks. It's been a couple weeks.
We're literally a minute in, Kaylee.
Listen, I successfully went to the beach for an entire day yesterday.
Look
at this non-sunburned face.
I think I'm a little pink.
The reason that was successful is because there was no sun.
That's fair. Yeah. I got a little color. It doesn't take a lot for me to get color.
Well, I think that just bartender Nick got lots of color.
Oh no.
Well, I think what happened is the people who went, oh, the sun's not out, I can go light on sunscreen, ended up getting a little red.
Yes,
because the sun still peeks through.
The UV rays are not affected by clouds.
And then you have me,
who just cloud cover.
Continued putting on the same level of sunscreen.
Like, you ain't gonna fuck with me.
Go, finally, motherfucking sun, I can live.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yep.
I just don't do beach well.
I
ended up getting real sick on the way home.
Yeah, I'm just not a beach person.
Look, first of all, I'm not waterproof.
Yeah.
To become waterproof is a lot of work for a Grace.
So you did enjoy the water while you could.
I enjoyed the water because I was like, look, if I went through all this effort
Yeah,
to go,
exactly. That's what I mean.
waterproof, I'm fucking going in the water.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I begrudgingly am learning to love the East Coast Ocean.
I'm just begrudgingly starting to enjoy ocean.
Being outside.
Being outside.
It's, yeah.
I
think it's clear that we're indoor kids.
I might learn to enjoy the outside a little more, considering we have now joined the Jeep family.
There you go. Well, now you have no choice.
Exactly. We're going to be forced to take the top off the Jeep and go, like, outdoors.
So many hats.
Into the Jeep
so
thing.
So many hats.
Well, I'm going to have to get the hats that have that little, like, nerdy thing.
Yeah.
I say nerdy as if I'm not a giant nerd. But the little thing that goes with the chin, so the hat doesn't fly away.
Yep.
Because, you know.
You could always go scarf.
I could do scarf.
You could go Maryland style.
I have many, many scarves.
I think that would
I have to learn how to tie the scarf around the head and the neck as to not choke me, however, but to keep the scarf on the head.
That's the plan.
This will be a thing I learn.
It'll be fun times.
That is, I think, the briefest of summaries of the time.
Yeah, I may or may not have had a birthday last week. It's hard to tell.
I mean, you did.
I mean, I did.
You had a day that celebrated, you know, your mother's efforts.
Yes. I called my mother and said thank you for giving me a name that was easy to pronounce.
For Happy Womb Escape Day.
Yeah, I made it out. You can't put me back in. I love you, but I'm never going back. No, it was good.
We are, let's see, what's 14 plus? Nope. Next time we record, I can successfully say that.
Oh, okay.
I was saying it's almost our 6-month wedding anniversary, but that's exactly in 7 days. So that would be next time we record.
You know what is almost coming up is our anniversary.
I know. That's
the Terra-versary is coming.
It's been 8,000 years since we started recording this podcast.
700 years ago. We invented podcasting.
I still can't believe we're still going all these years later.
And look, we've gone far enough to where if we don't fucking finish this,
we're gonna
finish it.
Mad. Oh, we're gonna finish it.
Yeah.
It's gonna take us another 7,000 years, but we're gonna finish it.
We're getting there. We're getting there. We got to get at least through SG1. We're so close. It's like dropping out of school in your senior year. 2
and change seasons.
Yeah.
That will then take double the length of time because we're also covering the other seasons.
There will come a day where I'm going to say, we're fucking doing this all now. I
know, but you know.
Yeah, we can't.
There's things that overlap. Possibly, maybe.
Stupid
I can't confirm or deny.
All right. Yes.
Okay.
Let's move.
February 11th, 2005 in the United States of America.
In the year 2005.
Aired other times in other places.
I liked our previously on.
Yeah. So
I'll let you go where you're going.
Well, I was going to say this was written by Joan Paul and directed by Andy Makita. We have the one and only Ronnie Cox back.
Yeah.
As Robert Kinsey, and also Gary Chalk back as Colonel Chekhov in, I think, the most likable Colonel Chekhov has ever been.
The most likable Russian. That's the title. He wins the Terra Award for most likable Russian.
Most likable Russian.
Unless you've watched Stranger Things.
Yes.
If you've been Stranger Things, I will leave it there. But there is a very contender.
I'm like on episode 4.
Okay, I'll leave it there. Contender.
There are reasons that we had to pause our Stranger Things watching for the past week, and it will continue tonight.
Again, it's time to get back to self-care.
Okay.
Watch Stranger Things as part of your self-care assignment.
Listen, I am going to watch Stranger Things. I'm going to have a beer, and I'm going to knit.
That
is my self-care tonight.
I've already asked domestic partner, boyfriend Jesse, if we can have one more episode of Good Omens tonight. It's the
Where are you at?
Decided episode 2.
Okay.
No, I think we just got to 3, but we committed to watching the show together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to watch this show without you if we cannot do this. Yes.
Yeah, I know that feel.
It's why we end up not watching a lot of TV together.
We're having, because we used to have very opposite schedules as you do. So we would just watch our shit. Yeah. And now we have a lot of time in which we can watch things together. So now it's the debate of, well, I wanted to watch that and you didn't want to watch that.
So I
how
watched
do
it.
we like, we're going to have to like pick nights where on odd number days we watch what I want to watch.
Yeah. See, yeah, right now our thing is we so rarely have time together that even if we were watching the same shows, it'd be like, well, but I'm on this episode and you're like 7 episodes behind.
Yeah.
So we were like, well, we'll save this one show for the random times that we have an hour together. We watch this thing.
Agreed. I think we're going to have to start doing the like, most of the days we can watch things we want to watch together, but on some nights I get to watch my movies.
Yeah.
Because I just now got to watch A Star Is Born.
Oh, wow.
But then it was also filled with noise and stuff, so I only caught a lot of words.
But not all the words.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to be like, I love you, get out.
Yeah.
Go do something far away from me.
So.
I know that 5.
Yes. Okay. Stargate.
Previously on,
the NID have morphed into the Trust.
The Trust.
Kinsey worked with the Trust, sort of. Kinsey was the vice president, and then he was first resigned. Oh, and the Trust has access to Cyrus's forgotten ship.
The Trust. So I just like saying it that way.
The Trust. Okay, so we start with Jack coming home from some grocery shopping.
Yes.
Pulling everything out of the backseat of the truck. Some groceries and lots of Heineken.
Yeah, superb product placement.
I'm pretty sure we've seen before that he's a Heineken man. But the amount of beer sounds about right.
So here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a Heineken drinker.
I'm not either.
Heineken reminds me of when we were 16 and my friend's uncle had Heineken in his garage and we would eat delicious Vietnamese food. And if we wanted to drink, we had to drink Heineken.
Yeah.
So we would drink Heineken because we wanted to drink. And it tastes awful.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't dislike Heineken. Heineken is not my drink of choice. I do give him credit. It is not a baseline disgusting beer. He has at least, we know Jack has taste.
Yeah.
But I can imagine Jack is someone who's not getting like the high-end beer as I tend to get.
He's probably just going for quantity.
He's going for quantity, but he's at least not going with a shit beer. There's no Miller Lite or Natty Light.
I mean, I'm a PBR girl.
Best or PBR, and I will drink water.
But I think part of my problem is that I drink PBR ironically.
Yeah, and I can't even do that. I am so hipster. I am so hipster. I can't even drink PBR ironically.
I love that.
I am such a beer snob.
You know what I just realized? You know probably why I like PBR? Because it is water, and with my tolerance, I can drink like 3 or 4.
That's true. True.
I figured it all out. All of life's mysteries are done. But yes, PBR. Heineken.
I went to go play bingo the other night at a local brewery here. And I was like, yeah, I would like the 11.5% one, please.
I want to play bingo. I love bingo. We should do that one day.
Okay, it's on Wednesday nights.
God damn it, my girl.
I was going to tell you, but then I knew it was on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Let's play bingo with us. Let's just play bingo.
I want to channel my grandmother and go play and get like 6 cards.
Yeah.
And then bitch at people whose birthdays are the number.
We're going to plan a like friends and family bingo night.
Yes. You know what we do? We find a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Bingo parlor, back of a church somewhere.
Oh, I'm down for that.
Pull out my troll dolls and my lucky rabbit's feet.
Yeah. Can we get the actual stampers?
Yeah, I was going to say I have to have a green marker.
Because I never got to use the stampers.
This is the best part.
I had to use a crayon the other night.
No! I've
never gotten to use a stamper.
We used to play with my grandma's marker. So my grandmother got to, at some point in her life, she just went every single night. She would play bingo every single night. She lived in Southern California. There's a bunch of like Indian casinos where you can go play. And she had a lot of grandkids. And she would give us her used markers. We still had a little bit of life, but not a lot. So we got to play with
double stamp them a little bit.
Yeah. So we got to play with those. But then it was always fun because if she didn't win and she would come home, and for example, my birthday is the 9th.
Yes.
If the 9 was a number she missed, she would come home and be very upset with that grandchild or child or husband.
That's amazing.
Et cetera, et cetera.
That's amazing.
and it was really fun to watch.
The other bingo cards I used to have somewhere, I remember, are the ones that are reusable, and they have the little like red thing you flip down. Yeah, the little red tabby that you pull down.
Yeah,
I used to use those too.
Yeah, I like.
We had to like on the night we did. We had to make a heart.
The bingo hour.
We had to make a heart.
There's no place like Terra.
And it used like 62 numbers before someone successfully got a heart. I was like, at that point, it's just a blackout.
Yeah.
And then we played back out, and then someone got on like 52.
Wowza.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to the bingo hour.
So Jack is bringing all his groceries and his beer to the front door, and he notices the door is not a door, it's a jar.
I get it.
Sorry. Is your dad joke for the day. So he sets everything down, including sunglasses, grabs his gun, walks inside like the man who's done this before, because he has.
Yeah.
And standing there at this point in the living room with a glass of scotch and a bottle is Robert Kinsey.
I will give Jack one thing. There was one like closet with slats that had light coming through it that he didn't check.
Well, yes.
That was the one thing that bothered me a little bit.
I'm assuming he would have come back for that.
That's fair.
And I couldn't get a super good look at it, but it looks like he's holding about a Glenfiddich, which sounds about right. It is a solid, no-nonsense brand that most people are going to have stocked in any sort of liquor cabinet that they have.
It's a scotch?
Yeah, it is a scotch.
And is it peaty or non-peaty?
It's not super, super peaty, no.
Which means it's not very smoky.
Yes.
See, I remember something.
There you go. It's not my personal favorite, but it's still, but that's
solid.
Yeah.
It's a solid brand.
Saying it's not my personal favorite scotch does not mean it's a bad scotch. I will drink basically any scotch.
I mean, if you're drinking it that often, you're probably not going to buy the super fancy one all the time.
Yes. I mean, this is, to me, I do know some people that it is their absolute favorite brand. To me, it is just something where it's just, if you're going to stock a liquor cabinet or shelf or an at-home bar with scotch, and you're going to do a single malt, Glenfiddich is like a non-super expensive, extremely solid, can blend with well, you're not going to blend single malt. If you do,
starter.
Don't. But yeah, it's a nice.
You don't.
Get a pre-blended scotch. If you don't blend the single malt.
Why aren't we drinking scotch right now?
That's a really good question.
Why aren't we drinking scotch?
As you look over literally to my shelf with probably
today's
different types of scotch.
Is stolen scotch. It's just scotch. If you're thinking of mixing it, don't.
In my brand new mug from Mud and Yarn that says "fuck this shit."
That's what I'm holding.
I've tried 2 years to get this mug. It's amazing. Etsy store. I will call them out and Instagram.
It is the best thing.
Mud and Yarn. She's amazing. Okay.
It fits my mood.
It fits my mood usually. Don't talk to me in the morning until that glass is empty. So the biggest crime here, however, is that Kinsey took the last of the scotch. That's just not a thing you do. If you are a visitor to someone's home, you do not take the last of their scotch. If they want to give it to you, that's fine. Don't take them out of the bottle. So Jack picks up the phone because, of course, the local sheriff is a friend of his. And while Kinsey says he isn't wanted for any crimes, I mean, breaking and entering is a crime.
I mean, it is. It's a solid truth.
Kinsey just pulls up the phone cord. And it's like, listen. And then Jack just pulls out his cell phone and goes, no.
No, you listen.
Kinsey tells Jack that he needs to trust him. I do
like all of the phones. And I do love that he starts with the landline. Yeah. Because it's appropriate to the time frame. You would have started with the landline, not with the cell phone.
That's back when people had landlines.
It was back when you had to wait till after 9 to get your free minutes. But yes.
Kinsey's like, you need to trust me. And Jack's like,
yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, but okay, bye.
Kinsey also says the fate of the planet depends on it, which, try as he might to avoid it, does pique Jack's interest. And credits.
Dun, dun, dun. I do love how dramatic that the fate of the planet is in your. I was like, all right, bring it down like 7 notches.
Yes.
Thank you.
So when we come back, Andy Makita's on the phone. No, actually, it's just Andy. The sheriff is Andy. Sheriff Andy. So I don't know if it is like some weird Toy Story if it's just Andy is the director. I like to say both. But Jack just wanted to check that the poker night on Friday is still on, and he hangs
The
up.
Friday night poker night is still Friday, right?
Yeah.
And it's at night?
Uh-huh.
Okay, just checking.
Cool. That's code for D&D. So Jack gives Kinsey 3 minutes before he shoots him as an intruder into his home. At which point Kinsey, look, we can take out the trust. Yeah. I'm on the outs with the trust since Kinsey wasn't useful as VP anymore. And the trust just kind of kicked him on his ass, as Jack so eloquently said. But a few days ago, the trust made him a very interesting offer. For a very large amount of money, they want Kinsey to make connections with the Russian general Kiselov. And he's the Russian defense minister. He's kind of like the head of all armed forces in Russia.
Yeah. And
it happens to be professional acquaintances with respect of Kinsey's.
Exposition.
All the exposition. Kinsey doesn't have specifics, but the trust the trust knows that there's a deal with Russia for control of the gates.
Yes.
And also that there's a growing sentiment in Moscow that the U.S. isn't keeping their end of the bargain for the gates. Jack wonders if the trust is just like wanting to turn Russia against us. Ambitious, but after the whole symbiote poison plan, the trust is willing to be a little more bold and power grabby with everything.
Sure.
And while Jack may question his methods, everything Kinsey did was for God and country, and Jack and everyone else just Kaylee! You're done.
Are you?
Hey! Seriously, dog? Yeah? Come here. Come on. Thank you.
It's like, well, can you walk any fucking slower to the door, too? Like, I don't know if you see the lady up
there.
I
know. Our neighbor's walking very slowly to the door for the video people. And considering it's right next to Kaylee's window.
Kaylee's unhappy about it.
Kaylee's like, guys, there's people outside.
You know what, though? Here's the thing. I'm with Kaylee on this.
Yeah.
I don't like when people are too close to my space.
I mean, it doesn't help that we're in a townhouse and the front doors are right next to each other.
Personal space. It's like that Rick and Morty bit. It's like, number 1, get out of my personal space.
Yeah.
2, personal space. 3.
Hey, how far back do you want me to go?
Let's just. Let's see. Where were we?
I was gonna go here. Do you want me? We're in this one. Do you want me to just do the whole ambitious?
Yeah, just that. Yeah.
Okay. So the plan is ambitious, but after we stop the whole symbiote poison planet plan, the trust is willing to do a lot of things, be a lot more bold and more ambitious and power grabby.
Sure.
So power grabby.
Grab.
And while Jack may question Kinsey's methods, everything Kinsey did was for God and country, as Jack and all of us roll their eyes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's why. Oh, yeah. Got it. Everything's fine.
So Jack isn't buying it. Mainly Jack's like, no, the trust kicked you out on your ass. Now you want revenge.
Yeah.
Kinsey's like,
don't try to lie to me.
Whatever my motives are, doesn't matter. The situation is the same either way. And the trust is an imminent threat to the sovereignty of this nation. And what are you going to do about it, Jack?
Again, with the super dramatic, it's like, look, it's Jack. You have worked against this man long enough to understand how he works. You could have just been like, Russia, nukes. Let's do this.
Exactly.
America.
Fuck yeah.
But it's like, what is with all the drama? Not all that necessary.
Drama. Because it's Kinsey.
Favorite way to say
everything
drama.
Kinsey does.
So many dramas.
So, briefing room scene.
Yes.
While it's possible Kinsey's lying, it is Kinsey.
Yeah.
Good odds. If Russia backs out of the deal, things could get sticky because technically this is their gate and it's on loan to us.
True.
If they want it back,
they can ask for the toys back.
How do you think Jack would respond if they're like, can we have our gate back?
That's why you don't borrow shit from your neighbors unless you know you only need it the one time.
Yes. So Kinsey just wants protection in exchange for exchange. Sam's like, how about we use him, basically? Get more info out of him.
Yeah.
Cut to Kinsey going, I'm not wearing a fucking wire.
Yep.
I'm not a fucking
Wearing
spy.
a wire, doing it.
Jack points out that that is plainly obvious that you were not a spy. But get this, if you don't do what they want, they're going to kill you. And if you don't do what we want, we're going to let them.
Mm-hmm.
I love that line.
That works.
So much. Kinsey's like, I didn't think the SGC did that sort of thing. It's like, new management, bitch.
Yep. Coming for ya. Yes. Remember the time that I'm the manager now?
I'm the captain now.
Things are going way off the rails.
So in some spy van, Sam and Daniel test the spy camera and spy belt to do spy
I
things.
do love, like, Sam all of a sudden becomes Q.
Yes.
She's like, here's the thing with a thing and a gadget with a stuff. Maybe she's turning into your D&D character.
She might be. I think slowly Sam is turning into Sam Magnus.
Sam is Sam.
Yeah.
Sam.
Well, here's the thing: is if you watched, if we finally get you to the time to watch more Sanctuary, you'll realize how actually my D&D character is a mix of Amanda Tapping's two characters. Yeah,
I believe it.
Yeah. So,
but I do love. She's like, here's a 101 lesson on how to sneak,
how to do shady things.
Yeah.
Sounds like it could be some usual shady things to Sam, which he's, of course, an expert on. They're going to meet him here. They're going to drive him somewhere else. That's where the meeting's going to be. And this clearly spy van is going to stay back, so it's not as obvious.
Super not obvious.
But they'll be listening, and they'll have a full strike team, and there should be a safe word, which also I'd love to hear Sam explain to Kinsey what a safe word is.
You know, like when you're having, when you're doing spy things. Only when you're doing spy things.
He's like, is it help enough? And Sam's like, you've never had a safe. How about red?
Yeah.
Don't be obvious.
Okay, but it is Russian, so it's going to flip. That would always be my concern. Here's why I'm not a spy. Because my concern would be that if the word, I would never figure out how to put the word in a sentence.
Yeah.
Or I would say it at the wrong time.
Mango is over here.
And it's right. When they're like, how the fuck? You're clearly saying a safe word. No, I was just thinking of mangoes.
Do you have mango?
I'm so hungry. I'm a little pecked.
I'm a little mango-ish.
Can I get a little mango-y? That man's head looks like a mango. Although it is me, so if I did something like that, it would be normal.
So Kinsey just chills outside his car on some random road. And then Trust shows up, blindfolds him, sticks him in the back of a car, and drives off.
Okay, let me talk about this car for a second. Okay.
Which one?
The one that they drive off in.
Yes.
The other one too, but first this one.
Okay.
They blindfold him.
Yes.
They sit him in the back seat with a blindfold on. The windows are not tinted.
No.
Anything they drive past will know that something is not right in this car.
You know, listen, people are into things.
Yeah. I mean, my first thought wouldn't be like, oh, they're on some really cool scavenger hunt. No.
See, weirdly, that would be mine. Says the person who, for her 21st birthday, was blindfolded on a street corner outside of a bar and then thrown into the back of a RAV4 by my friends.
But I'm also the person who every now and then considers whether I should call 911 on the weird house in the neighborhood.
I was literally kind of after the fact going, I'm kind of surprised no one called 911 on that situation.
I mean, if I'd seen that, I would have considered it. But yes, that was my thought on this car.
And as does the Makita delivery truck.
I do love that one.
The spy.
Makita Couriers.
Yeah, that one's the director. So driving, tracking, and no, it is not crazy obvious with a giant delivery truck
Just
and then
a caravan of trucks.
Listen, that like Ford Suburban situation, there's only two ways. There's only two people that own that vehicle.
Yes.
You're either some sort of law enforcement Fed situation, or you are a rap star.
Oh yeah.
Or some sort of pop music star with his entourage.
If you're in that car, you're important somehow.
Exactly.
Or you're trying to be important somehow.
No one just.
You're suspicious.
No one's just. That's like their family car.
Yeah, unless I can see in it and the windows aren't tinted and I see all 10 of your children, then fair. That's your car.
Yeah.
Like, because my sister didn't have a car that large.
Yeah.
But my sister has 700 children.
Yeah, exactly.
She has 7,000 children.
It's actually a TARDIS.
She's
and
half
inside-
bunny. Then I will give it to you.
Yeah, so that's not crazy obvious or anything. In the middle of
Not
country
at all.
roads.
Not at all.
Okay, so they pull up to this nice little mansion.
Yeah, they pull up to the Winchester house.
They do.
That's clearly haunted. And has doors that lead to nothing.
Well, my favorite is they only film inside the atrium.
Yeah.
Because they clearly didn't get clearance to film anywhere else.
Yeah.
Although
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the room that we see Daniel in Russia later might just be the next door
different,
room.
yeah. They just multi-purpose did that house.
Which, hey, listen,
Those are words I say.
awesome. Go
Uh-huh.
for it.
Pineapple.
So we meet three guys inside, and I don't know if they ever technically say their names.
Um,
So I don't know if you actually registered what their names are.
No.
Okay, there's three of them. One's Mr. Parker, one's Mr. Wayne, and one's Mr. Kent.
Are you fucking kidding me? Those aren't even all from the same fucking universe.
So
I was too busy. I said, who is this?
I like it though.
It is cute. It is cute. I mean, you couldn't call Mr. Allen, Mr. Wayne, and Mr. Clark?
Yeah, I know, but like
It is adorable.
you need super obvious ones.
That's fine. That's fine.
Listen,
Look, I think Brother Matt would
yes,
be on my side in this
you
one.
would be. You gotta at least stick with all DC or all Marvel.
And
but
I think also domestic partner boyfriend Jesse would also.
I agree. I think
Mostly
they're
I'm just trying to
going-
get brownie points with both of those.
I have no need to get. Listen, one is my DM.
Uh-huh.
The other one is my brother. I don't need to get brownie points for my brother. I'll get brownie points from the DM.
Yeah, fair.
I'm more like they need to. They just have to pick the super obvious
That's fair.
names.
That's fair.
So I'll.
I was more focused on the dude with the dumb haircut, is what I
Yes.
called it. I feel like this is going to sound stupid, and I'm aware of how stupid it's going to sound. He did not have a spy haircut.
That's fine. I
The
get
first
that.
guy they run into.
I get it.
That's all.
I'm more like Kinsey doesn't want a vodka tonic. He wants scotch, no ice. Just fucking order your scotch neat. I
Yeah.
have a lot of like scotch thoughts in this episode. Kinsey, just order
Scotch
your
thoughts with Nixie.
just order your scotch neat.
Every now and then
no
I'm just going
ice.
to yell Scotch thoughts. at you.
Because when you say scotch, no ice, I am going to like mix your scotch with ice to chill it and then strain it. I'm pretty sure that's not what you want. I'm pretty sure you, Kinsey, just want your scotch neat.
Yeah,
I prefer my scotch with one ice cube or just a little bit of water.
2 fingers of water.
Not 2 fingers of water. I just want a splash of
I
water
just
because
wanted
it
to say
helps.
2 fingers of water.
It just helps open it up a little bit.
Okay,
Okay,
1 finger of water.
that's fine. If there's one finger, listen, my volume, if there's 1 finger of water, there's like 6 fingers of scotch.
Yeah, 1 pinky of water.
To 5 fingers of scotch then.
1 dog paw of water. I'm just being an idiot.
Then that's a
now.
bottle of
I'm
scotch.
sorry, just being an idiot.
Okay, so the Sam and Daniel are listening to all of this in the spy van, and they inside they debate the semantics between the superhero men and Kinsey about who broke up with who, because it was a very ugly relationship.
We were
breakup.
on a break.
And slowly the van loses signal, and inside they show Kinsey what's in a box
What's in the box?
and
It
why
is definitely not Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
they need. What?
It's a thing. It's from 7.
Oh, I never saw 7.
I just ruined the entire movie.
No,
for
that's
you.
fine. I'm probably never going to see 7. I just personally liked how you were referencing that reference out of context is like, what?
It's very strange. I guess if you've never seen 7, it is
Yeah.
a very strange reference.
Uh-huh.
Guys, spoilers if you haven't seen a movie that's 20 years old.
Oh, I have no care without spoilers.
Sorry.
If it's been 20 years old and I haven't seen it, then I probably don't
Yeah.
care about
I
spoilers.
mean, I imagine it's 20 years old.
I was
It's definitely the 90s.
I was spoiled for Fight Club, and
Oh,
it did not.
no. Yeah.
But it didn't. It's not my type of movie, so it didn't
Sure.
like ruin my enjoyment of Fight Club.
I'm gonna look up to see how old 7 is. Please.
I only saw Fight Club like 4 years ago for the first time.
Jeez.
Listen, there was no.
Oh, 95. It's 24 years old.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
John Doe's got the upper hand. Sorry, it's my favorite line.
I confused 7 and Slevin.
Lucky number 11
Yeah.
versus 7. Definitely not the same movie.
Not the same.
Definitely not the same movie.
Yes. Okay. So, anyways, what's in the box scares Kinsey. And they start clearly jamming the spy signals.
Yes.
And they tell Teal'c to move in, and in goes the cavalry.
I want to take a minute and talk about how signal jammers sounds like delicious cookies. And we should make signal
like
jammers.
Jammy Dodgers.
Exactly.
They're exactly like Jammy Dodgers.
Signal jammers are little sandwich cookies with jam.
Yeah.
But
and you can use them as self-destruct buttons for a TARDIS.
Yes. Uh-huh. So instead of being a heart where the little middle cutout is, because sometimes they have a little cutout, it's just an explosion.
Oh, my thought was it's the Wi-Fi symbol.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
I do like that.
It's the Wi-Fi symbol in the center.
Got it.
Yeah.
Making signal jammers.
Making signal jammers.
Making signal jammers.
So they go in full force, and when they get there, the cigar is still smoking, but no one is there because they beamed out. But the scotch glass is empty.
Look for the smoking cigar.
I'm assuming that Kinsey saw what was in the box, slammed the entire thing of scotch.
Yeah.
Considering that we're pretty sure it was spoilers, Gould in that box. I am now thinking of Lonely Island. Was it?
It's a tick
Lonely
in the
Island.
box.
Yeah. Is it Lonely Island Boys?
Yeah, it's the Lonely Island. Is the
okay. Yeah. I always wanted to put another word at the end of it. I guess
it's you know why it's because it's
the Lonely Island. Okay. Yeah.
Step 1.
Put a Gould in the box. Step 2. Okay.
There's my gold in a box.
Oh man, I don't know if I can get away with that one as a pod card.
A gold in the box? Why not?
Because of what I would be around.
Just do like a little midsection of a person, and then a gold,
and then that going through the middle.
I'm sorry, I'm lost for words.
Okay. Back in the briefing room. If the Alcash is in orbit, they fix the cloak. Osiris is Alcash.
Okay.
And the NSA satellites are looking for it, but it's cloaked. Prometheus is launching in 4 hours. Jack wants Teal'c on that Prometheus when it launches. So there's a C-17 waiting for him. And listen, please tell me there are other things on that C-17, and you are not flying a C-17 just for Teal'c, because those are not small planes. They're like
Teal'c likes to spread out.
They're giant.
Teal'c likes to spread out a lot.
Okay, they're like giant.
Teal'c is a heavy packer.
Okay, you don't need I'm assuming there's other things on the C-17 and not just Teal'c.
Teal'c likes to bring aboard his own gym when he flies.
You can fit like 13 gyms. You can fit 17 gyms in a C-17.
Teal'c likes to bring his own wacky inflatable arm flailing man when he flies.
Yeah, it's those are giant planes.
And an elephant.
So meanwhile, Sam technobabbles. So research from the last encounter between Prometheus and the Alcash, there were some minor anomalies before the ship decloaked. Ship decloaked. And they can't just detect a cloaked ship. It's not that easy button. But they're really hard to pick up. Sometimes they're masked by cosmos, but it's going to improve their odds, like from 1,000,000 to 1 to 10,000 to 1.
Sure.
So she heads off to write that program.
Cool. So she's like, hey, I found a scroll of detect magic.
Yes.
That is a little wonky, but I think I can make it work.
It's like above my level to cast.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to roll a fairly high intelligence check.
Yeah, but I'm going to try it.
But I'm going to try it anyway. And Daniel's going to go pick up his dry cleaning. Actually, no, his flight to Moscow leaves in half an hour.
I do love this take charge version of Jack. He's like, Teal'c, go hit things. Sam, go create crazy things. Daniel, go be Daniel.
Go do Daniel things.
In Russia.
He's going to find out what the hell is going on and meet up with General Kislev.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say that name different every single time, by the way.
Medvedev.
No, Kislev.
I know. I just
Oh.
was. Who was the one? It's an actual name, and it sounds like you're saying it backwards. I'll find it. I'll find it.
Most Russian
True.
names.
True.
I work around that because I'm bad at pronouncing Russian names. I'm sorry to all Russians. So Jack is left alone in the briefing room with quite possibly a really splitting headache. Up on Prometheus, they start Sam's new search program because she's already written it because she's fucking Sam.
Yeah, she's like, I'm done now.
And in Red Square, I guess the implication is Daniel is at the Kremlin. However, the picture they're showing is St. Basil's Cathedral. That's not the Kremlin, but it's kind of next to it, so sure. And Daniel is looking good in the suit. Somehow he got that. Does he keep that suit in his locker in case he needs it at short notice?
Here's my theory about that suit. Yes, and
I'm
the pockets are lined with things.
Candy.
Like, it's lined with jelly beans.
Uh-huh.
It's very heavy. That's what he uses instead of Kevlar.
Yes.
But there's also like a power bar.
Uh-huh.
He's a big fan of using power bars.
He does love power bars.
I'm surprised he didn't give the Russian consulate that
Yeah.
he speaks have a power bar.
Yeah.
No. I think that he's hiding things in it.
That makes sense.
Guns and stuff.
Guns and ships.
Yeah.
And so the battleships, we like Rochambeau can sell. Okay.
Medvedev, I think, is the name.
That's a name I know.
It's just fun to say because it sounds like it's backwards, and I'm saying it wrong, and that's okay.
That's okay. Okay, so
bye.
Daniel is looking for a Captain Voronov. God, seriously, Voronokev.
Captain Voronkova.
Anyways, he's looking for a male because he heard right hand, Colonel Chekhov's right hand man, but it's the same name with the A at the end, which means it is a female name. Daria.
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 Daria's here.
So I don't continue. So I don't continue to butcher names. I'm sorry. Anyways, he was looking for a male.
And our attempt is not to be assholes.
No, I'm just really shitty with names. People don't think it's this bad in real life until they witness it.
Yeah.
It's okay because she was expecting,
I mean, even the American names, I've seen it.
Listen, I butcher Kirsten versus Kirsten versus.
Those are tough.
Yeah.
Or the Anns versus or
I
the
have
Annas.
to. I get like I only get a name at work sometimes, and I have to call them, and it's like the most dreaded thing in life.
Yeah.
Because I inevitably am going to mispronounce their name on the phone. And then I will inevitably forget how they pronounce it. So if I call them back in 3 months, I'm going to mispronounce it again.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
And people get offended, and I can't blame. But
I don't blame them either.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
names are tough.
she was expecting a drab, pasty-faced, middle-aged academic. So, both pleasantly surprised.
I mean, I feel like you could still call him a little bit pasty-faced.
Oh, he's a little tanner than pasty-faced.
That's fair.
He goes off planet into the sun. He
That's
just takes
true.
cares and wears sunscreen.
Yeah.
He's not indoor kid level of pasty.
No,
I
he's
think
not.
she was expecting indoor kid.
Yeah, she is making an old bald man.
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
And one of my favorite scenes of this entire episode is when she asks how his Russian is, and he puffs his chest up and is like, well, it's conversational at best, but it just needs a little.
Look at me, how awesome I am.
And she's like, yeah, so we're gonna stick with English then.
Yep, good times. Yeah. Oh, that had to hurt.
Oh, that hurts so bad.
That hurt his pride.
Oh, that hurts. She's gonna be his guide. Anything he wants to do, ask her. Don't stray. She can't protect him. Don't lie, or she won't protect him. And she takes him out for a lunch of salo. He's like, I don't really don't care. You're going to acquire a taste.
I don't know what salo is.
Well, I conveniently looked it up.
Okay.
First of all, I don't think Daniel is ready for her.
Yeah.
Second of all, I had heard of it. I wasn't
okay.
quite sure what it was. It is cured fat back.
Oh, fuck yes. So bacon?
Well, it's just the fat part of the bacon.
I mean, that's pretty good.
It's like solid lard.
Interesting.
Ish. I'm sure that's not exactly. It's one of those things where seems like eating it straight might be a little much to me. Like putting it in things, awesome sauce.
Got it. I want to try salo now.
I mean, I'm never going to not try something.
I love trying a thing.
Yeah.
I learned that I have strange taste buds, that they like weird stuff.
You listen,
they like pickled pork skins.
I am
like that.
never not going to try something.
Yeah.
But there's things that other people love that I'm like, if you put that celery near me, I'm going to stab you in the face with it.
No, I also wonder how much of it is just her exerting her dominance.
No, I think literally like salo's just like a thing.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think it's like, what do you mean you don't like salo?
Yeah.
Everyone likes
Fuck off.
salo. So back at the SGC, the alarms are going off. The Russians have heightened their state of alert, and there's a Joint Chiefs meeting soon, and they're about to go to DEFCON 3.
Bum, bum, bum.
Back in Russia, Daria is driving Daniel to meet with Colonel Kislyev, and she reads off his very long, very impressive resume.
Yep.
And he's also suspicious of both American global influence and critical of NATO. So good luck, Daniel, getting a warm welcome.
Yeah. Hey, just so you know, everything's fucked. Bye.
Yeah, prefacing of how you're not going to get a super warm welcome. Uphill climb, Daniel. Uphill climb.
Good job.
And soon they're stopped with many men with guns. Apparently, Daniel is to be held for questioning. And Daria has no clue why. Doesn't get very far in her questioning of why. And they load Daniel into the back of a truck and are driving off.
Cool. Again, he's hiding more than his good looks under that suit. He'll be all right.
He has some guns of the non-mechanical kind.
He's got them muscles.
Them arm guns, yo. So back at the SGC, Jack is on the phone and Walter escorts Colonel Chekhov in. It's hard to get a straight answer, but word from Moscow is that the Russian military is on alert because they think the American administration has been compromised.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun. So in Russia, in some fairly swing place, I'm pretty sure is the next door of the front room of the mansion from earlier.
Of the Winchester house. Got it.
Daniel has been long enough to take his coat off, loosen his tie, unbutton a couple buttons.
Yeah.
And some colonel comes in and asks for a sample of Daniel's blood. And by the way, Daniel, you really have no choice in the matter.
So it's like, I guess.
Yeah.
Here you go. Yeah.
The guy is not gentle about it. And I do appreciate them not showing, like you see it's just off camera.
Yeah.
As someone who
doesn't care for needles,
to put it mildly.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. And the colonel wants to know why Daniel wants to see the general. And
here comes the general.
Complicated's not going to suffice. Here comes the general. And Daniel is not going to be able to see Kislyev. Earlier today, they uncovered a plot to assassinate him, and they captured the guy before he could make his move. And on screen, it's Kinsey.
Bum, bum,
He's in overalls. He's in chains. He's clearly been captured. Now, why exactly would the former vice president try to kill Kislyev? Maybe because he's now a Gould.
Well, no big deal. No worries there.
As we see in the video. Cool.
I love it. Kinsey's such a weird character to see in Gould form.
I know.
Because he's just kind of like this soft old white man.
Yeah.
Like it, and I mean that in like this, like that man can't run half a mile.
No.
That man's gonna be winded.
Yes.
The Gould's doing all the work in there.
Yes.
There's like muscles are atrophied.
Yeah, it's a guy who's just been sitting in a desk doing paperwork.
It's like if a Gould took over my body, I'd be like, good luck, fucker.
Good luck.
I think the only reason it would eventually die is I'd be like, I'm just going to keep eating chips. Because you're awesome and I keep losing weight even though I'm eating chips all day. Cool. Look at this cool trick I can do. Give me a biscuit.
Biscuits. So back at the SGC, Chekhov is wondering how
the
Kinsey...
foods I would eat if I could eat gluten again. Oh, to eat gluten.
Oh, again. The gluten. That's the food that makes other food. Wait, that's bacon. Sorry. Back at the SGC, Chekhov is wondering how Kinsey could become a Gould. Jack has $5. Sam has a theory.
Yep.
She does.
Yep.
The Trust launched 2 poison attacks. The Claw launched 2 poison attacks after the SGC took the gate back. Which means they would have to fly there in the Alkesh. Any Gould that capture them trust isn't that all like cool and slick and shit? It would not take long for the Gould to go, oh, cool, from Earth with connections. Cool.
Here's the thing.
You're now hosts.
Yeah, you're mine now. Bye.
And so basically, the whole trust now could be Gould.
Yeah.
And they may not have been trying to kill Kislev. They may have been trying to make him a host. So Chekhov tells them that the Russian government feels that because of the risk that the whole administration, the whole American administration, might be infiltrated by the Gould, everyone, including the president, have to be tested. And Jack's like, that's funny.
He does like the Tina laugh when she's nervous.
Not gonna happen. So they have a problem. Eventually, Daria gets Daniel out, which took some convincing, even after his blood test came back as negative. Daniel wants to talk to Gould Kinsey. Gouldsey.
Knold does not work.
Gouldsey.
Oh, Gouldsey.
So, which is absolutely, positively not going to happen. The Russian intelligence is going to interrogate him. Daniel is pretty confident that everything he says to them is going to be big old fat lies.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it that way, but all the lies.
Like, especially everything that the Russian government wants to hear about the American government being compromised. It's going to force an incident that is not good. So Daria drops a Russian curse word that I wish I knew. And Daniel,
I know, we're going to have to go back and watch again just so we can find it.
I love collecting curse words.
Add this to my collection.
That's a
great way to say that.
Whenever I'm in Epcot, I do, every time I'm in one of the worlds,
yeah,
I like to ask whoever, because all the cast members are from that country.
Yeah. So
I like to go and learn, like,
Merd.
Well, no, I start with, what's thank you.
You don't start with merd?
No,
fuck.
I go, like, what's thank you? Like, as a nice person, I would like to thank this person in their language. So what's please, what's thank you, what's hi? Next time I go, I really want to go, what's the best curse word? But they're Disney employees, and I want to know if they're going to tell me.
What if we just hit them? And then see what comes out of their mouth.
Just go up and just backhand Disney employees. Do not backhand Disney cast members.
Y'all, I'm in a weird mood today.
Sneak attack. Roll your D6.
Yeah. Or what if I just like knock some shit over so they're like, oh, fuck, but in their native language?
Yes.
This is fine.
I mean, I know the Canadian curse words.
Merd.
To be fair, that's actually one of them.
Isn't that a word?
What?
Canard.
I don't know.
I thought that was a French.
Merd's one of them just because French.
Merd.
Yeah.
What does canard mean?
I mean, oof does another one.
I'm just going to keep saying words that are not appropriate.
So, Daria dropped a curse word in Russian, and Daniel's like, please help me out with this. She's like, fine, I'll do what I can do. Just stay here and don't move. It's back at the SGC. Walter comes in. China's now in heightened alert. That's cool. Chekhov says that the president is getting pressured by his military advisors, so Kislev is sort of actually running the show right now. Chekhov is going to use his connections to try to diffuse the Kislev situation because he knows people like in his staff, and like if Kislev finds out that Chekhov is doing that, could very much make the situation worse. But they're kind of running out of options. In the Gouldsey cell, the door opens with Daria and Daniel. And he's like, so what should I call you? Answers Gouldsey. Daniel guesses that he works for the System Lords. Ball's a little busy, so not Ball. System Lords are falling. But you still have time to try to come by and take out us pesty Tari. I was going to say Terrans, and I was like, that's Star Trek. Daria thinks that it's just petty revenge, Daniel says. She's like, that's totally what I said.
Words, yeah, thanks.
But, petty revenge is pathetic, and the System Lords aren't pathetic now, are they?
I do love how good Daniel is at baiting him.
He's really good.
He's like, look at all these buttons. I'm going to hit now.
And Gouldsey says that Daniel will die never knowing their true purpose.
Okay.
And Daniel's like, cool. Hidden agenda?
I love that, because then Gouldsey's like, fuck. I done fucked up.
So back in Jack's office, Chekhov comes in. Jack says that, yeah, the Chinese are refusing to calm down. This extra chatter coming from Russia.
In fact, they're just going to calm up.
They're going to calm up. And that was the Joint Chiefs. We're going to DEFCON 2.
I feel like you should have just walked in the room with that old Flash video of the end of the world and be like, so this is where we are.
Yeah.
Russia, China, the U.S., and blah, blah, blah.
This is the Earth.
Yeah, it is round.
We all live here. You here. So back with Daniel and Gouldsy, he knows the System Lords want the weapon chair in Antarctica. So destroying the Earth, destroy the chair. But if you just get all of us to kill each other,
sure,
then you can just come in and take it.
Yeah.
So why would Gouldsy be willing to sacrifice himself?
Forget a name that we just made up.
There's something that Daniel is missing. And Gouldsy starts gold arrogancing all over the place.
Oh, dude, yes. It's my favorite part.
Yeah.
He's just pissing it all over the place. That room is lousy with gold arrogance.
So back at the SGC, Walter's reading off what's happening, like the AF Space Command's having all its missile wings on alert, and like action matches going out, and then like subs on alert, and Jack just like wanders over to check off, and Walter's like, I wasn't done yet.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Kislev found out what Chekhov was trying to do. And so apparently all those people that Chekhov was talking with have now been arrested on bogus charges.
Oh boy.
And Daniel's probably in danger of death now.
Yeah. Hey, remember when we split the party and we sent the Bard out by himself?
We super split the party, guys.
Yeah, we fucked up.
Don't split the party.
To different parts of the world.
Yeah. So Daniel is trying to get intel when Daria's pager beeps.
Yeah.
They're like, they're coming. And as the men open the door, Daria argues with the men while Daniel takes a little device out of his pocket, clicks it, put his hands on Kinsley's shoulder, and they beam out as the guards open fire.
Yeah.
And guys, we don't really cover this in the show, but I'm pretty sure Daria's future is not bright.
No, she's in a cell somewhere. If she's lucky.
If she's not dead.
Yeah. But yeah, Daniel just dimension doors out of there.
He does.
He's like, you come with me now, bye.
So they beamed up the Prometheus. Maybe they can have Gouldsy help find the Alkesh. Teal'c is ready for any excuse to kill him.
I love how ready Teal'c is. Like, can I kill him now?
Can I kill him now?
Now kill?
But Gouldsy laughs.
Motherfucker.
Because the Russians already suspect the Americans have been compromised by the Gould, and you just helped a Gould escape, which does more to convince the Russians than anything Gouldsy could have said. The oh fuck face on Daniel.
I mean, it's not wrong.
It's not wrong.
It's not
You didn't think this through.
No, but in that moment, I think that's what I would have done.
It probably is, but the repercussions of it are
Because either
shitty.
we both die and nothing gets solved, or I take you with me and I find more information.
Or the third option is just Daniel leaves and leaves Gouldsy there.
Sure. But at that point, we know he's trouble.
He is, but they're not going to let
That's true.
him out.
Yeah.
I mean,
sometimes you can't do every job yourself.
No,
Daniel.
but you get the idea that Gouldsy was only there to stoke the suspicions that the Americans had been taken over.
True.
So in Monday morning quarterbacking, you escaping and leaving Gouldsy there is probably the best idea.
Sure. But I can see why he did the one he did.
I can see why he did it. I'm not faulting him. This is Monday morning quarterbacking.
Monday morning
quarterbacking. So back at the SGC, Jack announces that they are officially at DEFCON 1. Which, reminder for those who don't know, we've never been to DEFCON 1 before.
Right.
DEFCON 1 is like, we're literally about to have thermonuclear war.
That's like in the part of the end of the world comic when they're all where even Australia knows what's going on.
Yeah, like that's like that is like things are going to be launched any moment. Like the Cuban Missile Crisis and the start of the Persian Gulf War were the only times part of the military went to DEFCON 2.
Yeah,
Cuban Missile Crisis was DEFCON 2.
Let's think about that a little longer.
Yeah.
So cool little trivia that I learned.
Yeah.
I had no idea because I'm not old enough and I did not grow up in Florida.
Yes.
Is that they would do drills
Uh-huh.
like before the Cuban Missile Crisis and after
Mhm.
for anyone who lived anywhere in Florida,
Yeah.
basically. I had no idea.
Well, I know. So I went to school in Marquette, Michigan, up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and I know
In the
that-
Yooper.
and I up into Europe, and they used to have drills there during the Cold War too, because
Whoa.
there was an Air Force base
Uh-huh.
right in Marquette, and Marquette, the Upper Peninsula, is so far north,
Yep.
and so any missiles coming
From Russia.
the Russian side would just go over the pole, and
Yep.
so that Air Force base was sort of one of the first things they could hit.
That makes
So
sense.
apparently there was a whole bunch of drills there
Yowza.
when people were younger too during the Cold War.
We just had a lot of earthquake drills.
Yeah, well, those came in
I think
handy
in San
during the
Francisco
past.
was a thing too because of like Japan.
Oh yeah, no, there were different places that
Yeah.
were on high
Basically,
alert.
nobody likes us.
No,
But yeah, earthquake drills all the time, every time.
even 9/11, we only went to DEFCON 3.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
That puts things in perspective.
yeah.
Yowza.
So we're gonna see how much longer in this episode this accent's gonna stick around. Non-consciously, I'm gonna admit to you. So on Prometheus, Gouldsey argues for why they need to send him back to avoid war, but this is not equaling out to Daniel. The whole time he was there in Russia, he was trying to start a war.
Yeah.
But he was the exact place that one of the first strikes would be. Like the first place you're going to hit is the Kremlin.
Yep.
But now he wants to go back to the
Kremlin.
And Pendergast is like pretty sure he has a way out.
Yeah.
If he goes back there.
There is more to the story that we are not understanding.
Someone on the inside can protect him, but Gouldsey is not saying anything. So to the brig with him. So Jack and Chekhov walk and talk about how bad this is.
Yeah. Hey, remember how shitty this is? Yep, it's shitty.
How quickly both sides wipe each other out.
Yeah.
The Russian president is the only hope at the moment, since he can actually stop this because, the actual head of the military, he's not even taking calls from the White House anymore because he assumes that everyone in the administration has been taken over by
It's Mars attacks, guys.
It is.
It's Mars attacks.
100%.
Ack.
One last ditch effort. Chekhov knows people on the president's personal staff as well, and he might be able to get someone on the line. Maybe get the president on the line. It would only be a couple minutes. They have to convince him, but it's, again, what are your other choices at this point? So the old catch is actually out there, cloaked, hanging around the Prometheus, ready to destroy the Prometheus, knowing that if they don't kill the Prometheus on the first volley, they're kind of fucked.
Yeah, there's a little dogfight about to.
Like, they gotta, an assassin sneak attack this shit. But apparently, Gouldsey, we're assuming, is a liability as long as he's in our hands. So they decloak and attack.
Dun, 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 dun.
Prometheus is rattled. Kinsey's able to take the opportunity to take a gun from the guard, shoot both guards, go running.
Again, this is really funny to watch just because of the physicalness of the actor.
Yes.
The angry face.
Shields are raised. They've already taken some good damage. Pendergast gets word that Kinsey's escaped, and Teal'c and Daniel go run into the ring room.
Yeah, well, that's where you go.
Jack goes...
I will say, they're not exactly hoofing it there.
No.
They're like jogging. They're like, when someone's holding the door open for you, but you're just a little bit too far away, so you kind of jog.
You kind of do that, like still walking,
run.
that speed run.
That's kind of what they do.
Pretend run. Jack goes to see Sam, hoping she has something, and she does. Kislevo's former chief of staff was actually 3 years ago in a plot to try to sell a captured symbiote to the Trust. And at the time it works out, it was to Mayborn and Adrian Conrad. And when Sam was in the weird hospital thing.
Yeah.
So the Trust already has had a direct connection to Kislev. So they didn't need Gouldsey. It was just pretext to justify the current confrontation.
Yep.
which means Kislev could already be compromised, already be a Gould.
Yep.
And she hands Jack 2 photos, one from 3 years ago and one taken last week. He's no longer wearing glasses. Now, a Gould can certainly fix poor eyesight.
Right.
And yes, he could be wearing contacts or laser surgery, as Jack points out. It's not a ton of go on, but Chekhov actually knows that he has severe glaucoma, and there's no way he could be reading any prepared statement without his glasses.
Yeah, Gould healing apparently only goes so far.
Yes.
It has some limitations.
Well, no, like in this case, it could clearly clear his eyesight, though.
Oh, right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way.
Yeah. Like, even if he got human medical equipment has limitations.
Yes.
I totally said that wrong.
So Sam thinks Kislev has been a Gould all along.
He's been a Gouldie.
Goldie. Teal'c and Daniel make their way down the hallway with the ship rocking, Kinsey firing on them.
Yeah.
It's slow going because they're speed walking.
If the ships are rocking, don't come a
Don't come a
Golden?
Zatin.
Yeah.
Eventually you hear the rings transporter and he's gone.
I apologize.
No, you don't. So Walter tells Jack that they almost have it, but Jack wonders how they know the Russian president isn't also a Gould.
Right. Now everybody's fucking...
They don't, but like, what are their other options?
Right.
Good point.
It's a leap of fucking faith.
So they get a connection. Apparently Jack and the president have chatted before to the point, yes, there's been a Gould infiltration, but it is not on our side. It is on yours.
It is on all of the sides.
Question for you. When's the last time you saw General Kislev wearing glasses? So Teal'c and Daniel reach the bridge right as Pendergast has done playing games.
With their heart.
Quit playing games.
But yes.
I don't actually... That's literally the only part of the song I know.
I should have known from the start.
And I people think I'm like pulling people's legs at this point when I go, I literally have no clue who sang that song.
Backstreet Boys.
And I literally still do not remember which one Justin Timberlake was in.
Nope, I don't remember the news.
But
was the dance
Nick thinks at this point like I'm just joking when I ask these questions. I'm like, no, I legit do not know.
I believe you.
Which band sang that song?
I believe you. I believe you.
So now if you ask me to tell you some Savage Garden lyrics, I'm on top of that shit.
I got it. Nixie got you.
I got the Savage Garden. Okay. So on the Alkesh, Kinsey blames the trust guy for helping destroy the ship. He's like, you're going to destroy the ship because I was on there because you're afraid I was going to reveal something and talk. And he's just shoots the guy in the chest and takes the guy's ribbon device with the little button guy on it, and the ship is fired on.
Yeah.
Sam is faxing over documentation to the Russian president that is proof of the original infiltration and a list of people who will support it if he goes to turn on Kislev.
Yep.
The president is listening, taking this in, but if he stands down, are the Americans going to stand down? And Jack points out that no side can win outright on the first volley, which is the whole point. The Gould want us to destroy each other so they can just get their hands on the weapon in Antarctica. Yeah.
Basically just kill each other, distract each other.
Yeah.
We go and get the thing we need.
Walter pops in to say that there's a Russian missile site with doors open and evidence of an active firefight on the ground.
No.
Kislev is trying to launch without authorization. And Jack emphasizes that he is about to lose control of his own forces and the president has to move now. Before the president can say anything, they lose the connection, the line goes down.
Damn it.
So on the Alkesh, the DC Marvel superhero guys come in. Wondering why they are returning fire back at Prometheus, see that there's no one here and everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Well, one guy's dead. The only guy's dead.
The only guy who was there, that's your fault for leaving him alone.
And it doesn't take too much because the Prometheus quickly takes him out, destroying the ship.
Yep.
So back at the SGC, Jack can't wait any longer. He tells Walter to get him a line to Washington. Chekhov's like, wait. Jack's like, I can't wait any longer.
I'll tell you, this far in, I was like, is this going to be a two-parter?
It sets it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Walter's getting reports that the Russian silo doors are closing. And Sam hears that the planes are turning around.
The silo doors are closing. Please watch your step.
Russian forces are standing down. Nuclear war has been averted.
I feel like that's exactly how it went with Cuba and JFK.
Yeah.
there was a gold involved.
Yeah.
And then now the gold's at Area 51.
And then people are storming Area 51
Yep.
to get to the gold. Don't
Yep.
go get the gold.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Yeah, this was a good little like meat and potatoes Stargate episode.
It's one of those ones I feel like while you know clearly there's not going to be nuclear war,
Yeah.
you kind of don't know where the twists are going to turn.
It's cool because there's no actual firefights. There's no off-world activity.
Yeah.
Do we even see the gate?
It's all talkie-talkie.
It's all just the talking and the words and the things.
This is very like, it's not, I was like, this is the Tom Clancy episode.
I would have to know Tom Clancy.
Well, Tom Clancy, like it's the Hunt for Red October.
Okay.
So it's all like
this, but this is all like the what if episode.
Yes.
So what if the things did not come together properly?
I do as much as I like the Tom Clancy episode, Stargate written by Tom Clancy, I do like the Goldian Missile Crisis the best.
The Goldian Missile Crisis,
yeah,
I think is where we're at. That was fun. It was good to be back. It was good to be back.
Does it go in your top 5 at all?
What do I got in there right now?
I don't know. I was hoping you would say no, so I didn't have to pull it up.
I mean, I want to.
It's right here. Hold up. I got it.
I'm bad at like committing without knowing.
Oh man, come on, scroll down. Okay, so yours.
New Order.
Yeah.
Affinity. Avatar. Sacrifices. Lockdown. No, it doesn't. Sorry to make you do all that work.
My favorite is how you read those out of order.
Yeah, it's fine.
So next week, Stargate Atlantis. Sanctuary.
Grace's favorite spell in all of D&D ever of my entire life.
You do love Sanctuary.
I love me, especially when I'm Ellie. I love Sanctuary.
It's a good spell.
It has gotten her out of some fucking jams.
It is a good spell.
My favorite spell.
I never get access to it.
No, it's a cleric spell.
It's like a cleric only spell.
Yeah.
It's not one of those fun ones that can cross things either.
Yeah. But yes, we will hear. We'll be here next week with Sanctuary and Atlantis. And for now, we're going to go drink more coffee.
Yes.
And you can find us on Twitter at Terra Podcast.
Find us at Facebook at There's No Place Like Terra.
You can email us at theresnoplaceliketerra@gmail.com.
And rate us, like us, review us on the podcasty things.
iTunes, Apple Podcasts. I know words. Okay. Love you guys. I'm feeling safe now. Bye.
Bye.
The Goldian Missile Crisis.